If you're just joining us on NBC right now, we are currently watching a tornado warning out there. That is for Tangipahoa Parish. We had, it could have been a very dangerous situation. Still Doppler indicated at this point. There was a very tight-knit couplet on our radar, that scans that were coming out. So again, we were watching that area of concern just a little bit around, or just a little bit north of Amite and around the Independence area around I-55. And again, I'm going to zoom back out here just to show you. If you can go full screen, I'm going to show you what area that I was looking at. If you're continuing to watch us on Fox, I appreciate that. We're going to continue to guide you through this tornado warning until it completely vacates our area at this point. This is the area of concern. LA 16, LA 40, LA 1054 moving up to about LA 25 as the same cell is moving towards the northeast now at about 25 miles per hour. So as I kind of outline it here, you'll see that we're underneath that tornado warning until 1:30. That includes areas just around Independence, moving 8 miles just southeast of Amite, excuse me. And I think the big concern here, it looks like now they've upgraded to golf ball size hail, again with that potential tornado threat, or at least some rotation, maybe even a funnel cloud. No visible confirmations quite yet with this isolated cell. But let's get back to that velocity just to see if we have anything new out there. And again, this is the area that they're watching, which is directly right about here. It looks like the rotation factor is starting to drop off a little bit. Let's see if they got some new information. It doesn't look as tight as it was before, but if you live in that area, obviously find that safe place. We always talk about have a game plan. Now is the time to actually put it into action. So if you live anywhere around just a little bit north of LA 449, and you can see you're moving towards the northeast at 20 miles per hour. So we're talking in this general direction. This is the area of concern right now, a little bit south of LA 16, but it's moving up this way. So it's going to be crossing LA 25, moving towards LA 16, towards the Pine Cliff area, possibly even shifting towards the Willis area, a little bit south of the Holton area. Let's take that big picture out again, and you can see that's even south of Franklinton at this point. So again, we're outlining this area, and this is where you need to be very cautious because, again, we could have some possible rotation, at least in the clouds. When we're getting those visible scans, we're at least seeing the winds going away from that Doppler radar site and coming back. And that to us indicates that those winds are going in the wrong direction, which means you start to see those rotating winds out there. So, and a lot of times, again, that does translate to the surface, maybe just a funnel cloud, maybe making a quick touchdown. But it looks like this cell has been tracking from I-55 almost all the way to the Tangipahoa line at this point, and it's still holding together with pretty much every scan that we get. So my guess is there probably is some possible damage out there. Most likely we're starting to see even some power outages in that area, and if that's the case, you may not even be able to see us on television. You may be watching us as we're streaming through our Facebook Live app or even on our website. Have your phone, have it ready to go. Obviously, the rest of the afternoon, we could be seeing a lot more isolated tornadoes developing across the area. Still sitting underneath that tornado watch. I do want to point for all areas, and that is mainly north of the I-10, I-12 corridor until 6 o'clock this evening. It's not going to take much for those isolated tornadoes to spin up in a system like this. I think also the big threat out there is that heavy rainfall, and as I mentioned earlier, it is training, which means that that water is falling on the same spots. The same areas that have been drenched since yesterday are still seeing a lot more rain and are going to continue to see a lot more rain as we make our way into the afternoon hours and possibly even until 6. And most likely the National Weather Service will extend that tornado watch until probably even until the end of the weekend. Just because of that concern, there is an elevated risk right now for some excessive rainfall. We're talking rainfall rates where we could easily see 1 inch per hour, maybe up to 2 inches per hour. So yeah, a lot of rain expected over the next couple days. So I do want to jump back just to give you an idea. We are now sitting at 105. They've still got us underneath that tornado warning. It looks like They haven't made any adjustments yet, but notice again to the current time, so most likely they'll just let it expire, possibly extend it into other parishes. So we're talking Washington and St. Tammany Parish. You see again, we're looking at that area right there indicated by the red, that red box. And if you live anywhere in that area, so we're talking areas just a little bit east of Independence, just a little bit southeast of Amite, that's where you need to find that safe spot immediately. But still, in the Folsom area, I'm going to eliminate those watches and warnings just to kind of show you what we're looking at here. And even too, just kind of stopping it, you can see the bright right there. We're going to show you that this system is just jam-packed with lightning. A lot of lightning strikes out there, and it's a little bit easier to see on this one. Notice how they're quickly starting to pop up. Lightning can also do a lot of damage, and we all know what happens. One bad lightning strike can hit your roof or a tree next to your property. Tree limb goes down, falls on your property, or again, if you get struck by lightning, obviously anytime there's lightning near, if you can hear thunder, the key here is go indoors when thunder roars. So you're close enough to get actually struck by lightning. So let's zoom out here just to give you the very latest. And again, the area is here, it's starting to broaden a little bit. I'm going to try to look a little bit more into this cell a little bit. Main reason is because are we seeing potential concerns out there? And it still looks like, yeah, let's get back on to, I'm just kind of looking at one of our current weather, another weather system here, and just to kind of cross section and examine the storm. But yeah, look at that. Bullseye right over that same area with some extremely large hail. We're talking almost 2 inches in diameter. Wow. Again, we're talking golf ball size hail, and obviously that can do a lot of damage. Not only will it hurt you, but we're talking to your vehicles. We're talking windshields, cracked windshields. We're talking possibility of you name it, roof damage. We're going to be seeing possible damage to your lawn furniture with hailstones that large, and that obviously seems to be a very big threat with this system. Let's get back to, and I'll show you this too. Let's go as we continue to scan this. Let's get back here. Sorry about that. I'm trying to dive in here. Yeah, what I do want to show you is this too. We'll zoom in a little bit, show you that there is a lot of rain also well out across the western half of the state, and all that is driving on top of us as we make our way, move our way forward. So that same isolated cell, that area of concern, I do want to take a little bit of a cross section of it and just to see, and exactly that's what I am looking for. As you notice here, this is what they call an elevated hail core, and that's a pretty good indication that there's something up in the clouds. As the Doppler radar scans, it sees when that information comes back to the Doppler radar site, it can't go through that area basically, and if you see that white dot, that is that very large, or at least that's where those hailstones are originating. And as you see, there's a path all the way down towards the ground, indicating obviously that they're most likely in that area are seeing some very large hailstones. So when you talk all modes of severe weather, obviously tornado usually is our biggest concern because of those potentially dangerous and life-threatening winds. But you also got to think about large hail in an instance like this. You've also got to think about lightning and heavy rainfall at the same time. The other issue is because of all the heavy rainfall that we're currently seeing across the area, you have to worry that visibility is somewhat poor, meaning you cannot see those funnel clouds. You cannot see those tornadoes translate to the ground because they're rain wrapped. That rain coming down from the clouds is so thick and it's so dense that if you're trying just to look out your window, you go, well, I can't see much, it just looks like rain. Well, there could be a tornado depending on where you sit in relation to that isolated cell. So where is that overall track heading? But if you sit a little bit, say, maybe even to the east of where the cell is going or a little bit northeast, again, yeah, you're not going to see much because that rain is going to be coming down at such a heavy rate that it's going to be completely invisible, and then you get those very strong winds behind that rain. So a lot of factors with this isolated cell as it continues to push its way through Tangipahoa Parish at this point. I also want to point out that, again, we're going to continue to track the rain, obviously, over in the next couple hours because I think that's where we're going to have some big-time issues for a lot of parishes from Point Capee, southern Mississippi, the Felicianas, everything along those Florida parishes are really going to start to see those rain totals start to add up over the next couple hours. And even here locally, locally. And if you live a little bit further south, you still have a little bit of time out there. Clear those storm drains. I wouldn't say so much clear those gutters. You probably should have done that yesterday or earlier in the week. But the overall pattern here is if you still have the opportunity to get out in front of your house and it looks like there's debris, or if there's a big ditch in front of your house so the water doesn't swell over and push back into your property. A lot of people have drain pipes or even drainage catch basins. Again, clean those out before the rain arrives. Obviously, that will help out a little bit. It may not help out completely, but it'll at least help out enough to keep a lot of that rainfall out of the viewing area at this point. So let's dig back one more time into this isolated cell, and it looks like that thing has kind of, I just want to point out, let's see if we can take a little bit more of a scan with this cell and just see if we got anything else new going on. Still looks like some potential large hailstones. I mean, we're talking, when you kind of see that scan, over 50,000 feet, 55, we're talking severe thunderstorms here. So this isn't a little bit of a weak storm. This is a pretty intense cell. Let's go back to the viewing area and just to show you some of those warnings again, just giving an indication of why we're breaking into your television. If you're just joining us, I kind of like to keep people up to speed as to what is going on. And obviously you can see here, we're still underneath that tornado warning. I'll show you, and that's for Tangipahoa, and most likely they may, let's see here, we do have an area. Okay, here's some new information. And the new information coming in right now is an aerial flood advisory, which means urban and small stream. All those areas that are typically prone to flooding. This is for East Feliciana, Point Capiz, St. Helena, and West Feliciana. Remember, I just told you about all those Florida parishes seeing some very heavy rainfall? Well, we are getting some reports of some flooded roadways in the St. Francisville area and north of there, possibly even towards the Morganza area. And again, that obviously is a big concern across the area. Also, I do want to see, continues the tornado watch. It looks like they've canceled the tornado watch for, that's the good news, for a lot of areas in southern Mississippi. However, they are still continuing that tornado watch until 6 p.m. for areas a little bit further south. And the main reason, again, they're starting to see this cell starting to train a little bit, and let's kind of show you what they're talking about. Okay, so this is the latest. They have dropped off some tornado watches, and here's what's going big picture here. As you see, big picture, what's happening as that line, which is slowly migrating southward, we've got individual cells kind of feeding into that line, and that's where we're starting to see those isolated reports of tornadoes and a lot of strong winds. That line that is slowly migrating southward is starting to stall out a little bit, and it's going to be moving across this same path, all right? That's why we're starting to see more flood advisories across Point Capiz, East and West Feliciana, St. Helena. This line right here, southern Mississippi, concern is flooding. But notice, because that line is moving southward, the threat for severe weather is dropping north of that line, which is pretty good for us. Still keeping an eye, obviously, on that heavy rainfall. Flash flood watch still in effect until later on this evening. Most likely they will once again extend it. I'm going to show you that Doppler radar picture again, just to show you once again what I'm really talking about when I'm talking about those feeder storms versus that main line where we're seeing all those potential threats. And here you go. Just bear with me as I'm kind of driving through this. And you can see right here, those aerial flood advisories, what I call those urban and small stream. It's those areas that are typically prone to flooding. It's these areas, and that's roughly, again, Point Capiz, a lot of areas around St. Francisville, New Roads, north of there into southern Mississippi. But see this line? This line is continuing to track directly towards the east, and notice how it extends all the way into the Lake Charles area. They've issued flash flood warnings. They issue warnings because they're already seeing flood threats or flood concerns out there, maybe some flooded roadways or at least some high water in a lot of spots, and because they're anticipating maybe another inch to 2 inches, even up to about 4 inches in some places. And obviously for us, in some of these pockets, rainfall rates could easily be an inch an hour, some areas maybe even more than that. And look at this, here is that good news. They have dropped that tornado warning. So again, they've dropped it for Tangipahoa and they have not extended it. They've just continued with that severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 1:30 out there. We've also got a new severe thunderstorm warning that sits a little bit further north. I think that one's also until 1:30 at this point. So a lot of that heavy rainfall kind of driving into a lot of areas that were also clipped with some heavy rainfall. And a lot of these areas probably probably are without power outages. Hopefully, obviously, again, you had your cell phone charged early this morning, so you should be fine to at least get through this first round of storms. But notice we've got a couple more cells developing a little bit further south, and what I'm thinking is with this main line kind of leveling out a little bit, it's going to continue to produce a lot of rainfall over the next really just throughout the entire afternoon, the next couple hours out there. Just still kind of keeping an eye on a couple of these cells, maybe developing possible rotation on the North Shore, moving into, say, the Covington, Mandeville area, and then driving into St. Tammany Parish, maybe through Washington, and then possibly back into southern Mississippi. That could be an area of concern at this point. I think now, since that line is starting to migrate just far enough south at this point, moving along that area is just north of I-10 and I-12, it's all about that heavy rainfall, and then we'll see how far that line pushes a little bit further south as we make our way into those afternoon hours. I'm going to go back here and just kind of take a look again at just to see if there's any new information out there, if we have any new reports. But yeah, excuse me, yeah, it looks like they have extended that tornado or a severe thunderstorm warning, excuse me, for Washington Parish until 1:30, and they're going to keep that in place. They've canceled or allowed that tornado warning for Tangipahoa Parish. They've expired that one, and it looks like East Feliciana, Point Capiz, St. Helena, West Feliciana underneath an aerial flood advisory at this point. And let's see, give me a second here. I'm just going to look at a little bit of information. And yeah, in a lot of areas, they've already got reports of up to 2 inches of rainfall for those Florida parishes. We're talking areas of concern: New Roads, Jackson, St. Francisville, Clinton, Slaughter, Morganza, Wilson, Norwood, Wakefield, Spillman, and Phelps. Obviously, had a lot of heavy rainfall yesterday in a lot of those areas. So again, this is not going to help, especially since this band is starting to train a little bit, which means, again, that heavy rainfall is just going to continue to march its way from west to east over the next few hours. So we're going to continue to monitor this, because right now it looks like a lot of at least the tornado threat is over. We could jump back full screen here if you're on NBC and if you're watching on Fox at this point. We're going to continue to monitor the situation throughout the afternoon. If there's a flash flood warning, obviously that is utmost important. We'll obviously give you the very latest information on that. If there's a new tornado warning issued across the area, if there is a new severe thunderstorm warning, we're going to give you that information as we make our way throughout this afternoon. We're going to continue also, if you've got your phone and it's charged, have it with you. We're going to start to stream on brproud.com, so you can always go to that, or you can download our app for the latest information. And also, we're going to be on Facebook Live continuing updates, and we're also going to break into television, obviously, just to kind of give you the very latest, just to guide you through this event over the next couple hours. And it looks like it may stick with us at least through early evening, so that home, or at least that drive home, could be a little bit difficult for some. So you might want to relay that information, call your loved one, let them know that heavy rainfall is moving in towards the capital area, most likely by late afternoon, moving into the evening hours. Again, make sure you follow us on social media, and we will continue to guide you throughout the afternoon. I now send you back to regular programming.
This has been a Weather Aware Alert, powered by Fox 44 News. For more info, visit brproud.com.